From 13 WREX, your weather authority, this is 13 News Weekend.
Good evening and welcome to 13 News Weekend. I'm Lauren Baker. A few weeks ago, tragedy struck a local BMX community after one of their riders died. Latino leaders here in Rockford say more than ever there's a need for peace both here in Rockford and across the nation. By now, these soybeans should be about yay high, but as you can see, they've barely sprouted the ground. I even tried calling the owners of this hotel, and this is the message I received.
The hotel has been closed for repair.
And it's not just their regular trucks they're worried about. Farmers say this new tax can take a toll on their semis. Teaching kids about healthy habits could get them to toss out the junk food and bring in the good food to the home. Now, beekeepers say beekeeping is not only a fun hobby, but it's an important job that can help the community. Experts can get rid of mosquitoes, ticks, and fleas with special equipment and spray. But for getting rid of gnats, it's a little more complicated. It's an industry vital to society, yet fewer people are prepared for it.
Just need more welders out here.
And not just any welders, skilled welders. Experts say not enough people with proper experience can replace retiring workers.
It's not like you can just fill the positions of 30 years of experience with somebody with 2 or 3 years of experience.
Greg Harley says one issue contributing to the problem is not enough time or money is being put into educating students about the industry.
We get 268 applicants for apprenticeship last year alone. Less than a third of that is from Winnebago County. More of it's from the outskirts. If we promoted within our community, I think everybody would win.
Bringing in people from our community like DeCooley and Williams, a Rockford native who says without skilled welders, other work like construction and plumbing are impacted, making jobs longer to finish.
Well, there's a need for it, and there are a lot of job opportunities.
There is a lot of people retiring, so they need some younger people to get into it and keep the trade going.
Workers say if the community tackles the shortage now, it can save the industry from hardships in the future.
There'll be more qualified applicants out there for employers. There will be a better standard for each industry for where they're going to as they go through their junior high and high school experience. They'll have a better idea of what kind of career they're looking for.
Hopefully fixing the welding shortage by sparking more interest. For your 13 Weather Authority, Lauren Baker, 13 News. Frustration has police and neighbors working together.
You know, them riding down Colorado all hours of the day, full blast. I mean, it's a nuisance.
People in the Rolling Green neighborhood on the city's southeast side say they're not happy with others driving ATVs and four-wheelers in Rockford. While it's illegal to drive both of them on the city streets, that hasn't stopped people from doing it.
The neighbors are fed up. The neighbors are done.
It's pushed people like Heather Vecchione to step up and start helping police catch offenders.
We can't, the police can't be everywhere. They can't be here all the time. They can't, so it's up to us to take our community back.
For starters, neighbors are committed to being the eyes and ears for police. Over 30 homeowners have agreed to hand over any video footage captured on their home security systems.
Developing this bond and this trust between the neighborhood groups citywide and versus them needing us all the time, well, when we need their help, they're there to help us out.
So far, 4 four-wheelers have been seized, 2 arrest warrants have been issued, and several other warrants are under review.
Once the word travels that, hey, my bike just got seized and I will not get it back, hopefully that'll wake them up.
So we would gladly just, if they would follow the rules, go to places where they can ride them, research all that, and do the right things, and we wouldn't have that issue.
Neighbors and police now hope that teaming up will help make the streets of Rockford and summertime safer for everyone. For your 13 Weather Authority, Lauren Baker, 13 News. This is a hobby Jeff Ludwig says he helps bees become the best they can.
The bees have the knowledge. It's the beekeeper that has to realize what the bees need.
The need more and more people are seeing. Honeybee keepers are on the rise in Illinois. Data from the Illinois Department of Agriculture says from 2000 to 2018, the number of registered honeybee keepers jumped from just over 1,000 to over 4,000 keepers.
People have realized that how important honeybees are.
people like Jeff Ludwig, a local honeybee keeper who's trained more than 50 keepers in the community, like Tom Clark.
I just go out in my garden where my apiary is, where all the bees are, and watch them come in and out, bringing in pollen and nectar, and basically pollinating my garden, and it's very relaxing.
There's been a lot of growing interest in people wanting to prop up the bee world and make sure that there's pollinators for their gardens and the orchards.
Now, beekeepers say beekeeping is not only a fun hobby, but it's an important job that can help the community.
They pollinate so much food. I think some estimates go as high as 35 to 40% of our food would be gone if we didn't have some kind of pollinator.
A pollinator keepers say they hope fewer people will be afraid of.
Most of the honeybees today are really docile. The beekeeper doesn't like to get stung any more than anyone else, so the beekeeper tries really hard not to get people all stung up.
Taking the sting out of a growing hobby of helping bees do their thing. For your 13 Weather Authority, Lauren Baker, 13 News. Good evening and welcome to 13 News Weekend. I'm Lauren Baker. It happened again. A gunman opened fire in a crowded department store, this time in El Paso, Texas. Law enforcement sources say at least 19 people are dead. One person has been arrested. Sources say he's a 21-year-old man from Dallas. NBC's Chris Ballone has the latest. Police in some U.S. cities have increased patrols near shopping centers after today's attack. Back here in Rockford, fire crews extinguished a mobile home fire. Crews responded to the fire on the 1400 block of Sandy Hollow Road around 4:30 today. Rockford Fire tweeted this picture after putting out that fire. No word on what caused it. Today marks a somber anniversary for the Rockford Police Department. 18 years ago today, Detective Kevin Rice was shot and killed while investigating a suspicious person in his sister's neighborhood. Rice was off duty at the time. 19-year-old William Buck shot him 6 times in the chest. Rice was just 38 years old when he died. He left behind a wife and 3 children. 2 Democratic Illinois lawmakers say more money is needed to create affordable, permanent, and stable homes in our state. Senator Maddie Hunter and Representative Delia Ramirez told the State Journal-Register that it would take $1 billion more than the approved $200 million to fund affordable housing. Governor Pritzker approved that fund through the state's first capital plan in 10 years. The Illinois Housing Council say the investment would help, quote, more vulnerable renters like people with disabilities, veterans, and homeless people. Governor Pritzker has signed a new law aimed at helping students get more financial aid to attend college. The new law makes completing the free application for federal student aid a requirement for graduation. The federal government uses this application to determine whether a student is eligible for federal grants and loans. Right now, it is optional for students to complete that application. The new law will take into effect in 2020, the 2021 school year. Now, turning to weather, we have a few showers and storms crossing over the state line. And Tommy, I gotta ask, are they gonna be doing anything in our area? Thank you, Tommy, thank you. A beach in San Diego remains closed after a bluff collapsed Friday afternoon. 3 people were killed when the ground above them came crumbling down. And officials say more of the cliff could still break away. Melissa Rainey has more.
The boulder from the cliff had, fallen, and there were chairs and toys and towels scattered everywhere.
A bluff at Grandview Surf Beach collapsed Friday, trapping several people underneath a pile of dirt and rubble.
It naturally eroded. It fell away from the bluff, and it came off in a slab of form, landed on the beach where the beach patrons were.
Officials said 5 beachgoers were under the bluff when it gave way. Bystanders jumped into action.
There was some Good Samaritans that basically stepped in and started helping the lifeguards.
Rescuers were on scene within minutes, bringing in sniffer dogs to search for more victims.
It was real hard to watch, and it was unnerving, actually.
1 victim was pronounced dead at the scene. 3 others were taken to hospitals, where 2 later died. A 5th victim declined treatment on the scene. The beach remained closed as an engineer inspected the area for more damage.
He is concerned about the areas to the side of the current failing.
Officials say natural erosion is common up and down the coast.
This stretch of coastline and pretty much all the coastline in San Diego County is naturally eroding. Nobody really knows when it's going to fail. That's why we are very excessive on warning folks and posting signs.
I'm Melissa Rainey reporting.
And officials are still working to see when the beach can reopen as an engineer checks the bluffs for the potential of a second collapse. In positive local news, one State Line Fire Department is celebrating a very special birthday. The Alena Volunteer Fire Department turned 150 years old today, and the station is not letting it pass lightly. They kicked off the celebration with an antique fire engineer parade, lunch, and community firehouse tours. But just before the lunch, the department also held a dedication for their new and improved memorial. With the celebration, the department hopes to honor the unsung heroes who've asked nothing in return for the past 150 years.
It gives, I guess it gives the unsung heroes some recognition. A lot of these guys, they don't join the fire department for recognition. They join the fire department because it's a passion and it's something they want to do. And it's the department's way of giving back to the members and showing them that they're appreciated.
The Alena Volunteer Fire Department was founded in 1869. Hundreds of girls, coaches, and families flocked to the Rockford area this weekend from all over the globe simply for the love of baseball. Rockford is hosting the Baseball for All Nationals for the third year in a row, with games being played at Sports Score, Rivet Stadium, and Bayer Stadium. Over 300 girls are playing in the tournament. Staff say any team was able to sign up, and even individual players could drop in and be assigned to a team. Game officials say there's no reason girls can't take a swing at America's game.
There's no reason girls can't play hardball, none at all. We need to foster that.
The girls began competing on Thursday and will wrap the tournament up tomorrow. A Rockford Boy Scouts troop is celebrating a special anniversary today by bringing together Boy Scouts from both the past and present. Troop 57 hosted their 80th anniversary party. Established in 1939, Boy Scout Troop 57 has made dozens of connections over the years. Today, former Scouts met with current Scouts to share experiences and build relationships. Former Scouts say becoming a Boy Scout has prepared them for their adult life while teaching them valuable skills.
One of my merit badges was communications and first aid, and so in addition to being in the military, I also became a firefighter and an EMT.
Troop 57 says Scouts are always welcome back to be a part of their troop or to pass on wisdom to future generations. Hair health and promoting entrepreneurship. Those are just some of the things that will be discussed at an event in Rockford this weekend. The 4th annual Natural Hair Health and Beauty Expo is being held today at Veterans Memorial Hall. The expo is put on by Sherelle Searcher International, which was founded by Rockford native Mercedes Sherelle. Officials say this is an opportunity to create a foundation for local businesses to showcase their wares, exchange ideas, and network with others.
I hope that people are able to figure out what businesses are in the area. I hope that they shop with local businesses, and I hope that it inspires other people to start local business.
The expo ends tonight at 7 p.m.
From 13 WREX, your weather authority, this is 13 News Weekend.